told you about, which was fourths. Boys and girls, if I have fourths, how many parts do you think I need? You hear that base word in there? Fourths. Miss Napper would be really proud of you saying that base word. I'm going to use the unit fraction fourth. I have that 1 there. Remember, fourths, I have 4 parts. If I have a 1 in the numerator, that's my unit fraction. That's my what? Unit fraction. All right, let's see. You may remember from yesterday's video, if I need 4 parts, what is the best way to give me 4 parts? I'm sure some of you said it. I'm going to make that plus sign. I'm going to draw that window. So I'm going to cut it in half. There, you're starting to catch on, starting to hear some of that good vocabulary. And then I'm going to cut it in half again. I'm going to make me a plus sign to where I have 4 equal parts. The 1 in the numerator, hear my vocabulary, numerator being that top number, tells me I need to shade 1. So I'm going to shade 1. This picture represents 1/4. 1/4. I have 1 shaded and I have 4 parts. But if I wanted to check it, which you know Miss Precise is big about always checking, I can always check and see if I have 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have 4 parts and 1 is shaded. All right, let's go to the next one. We said we were going to do halves, fourths. Anybody remember that next one? 6. That's right. We're going to do 6. So let's go ahead and look at our square. All right, now let's do 6. I'm going to give you a hint. What could give me half of 6? I gotta have a double. What plus what could give me 6? 3. You're right. You're right. So remember how we did our square with our 3? We only drew 2 lines. So let's give me my square with my 3. But now I have to give me 6. We're working on 6. Let me precise write that fraction down for you. 6, which means I need 6 parts. So if I've got 3, now I need to give me 3 more. 3 more. So when I have 6, boys and girls, just take those 3 and cut them in half. Just cut them in half. So now it should look like an array. There we are bringing that multiplication back over. I need to have 2 rows, so I have 6 parts. Let's go ahead and check them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when I have to partition a square into 6, go thirds first, and then cut those in half. Now, here's my unit fraction. That's what we're working on. My numerator is 1. So I need to shade how many? 1. You're right. Let's shade 1. So this picture matches this fraction. 1/6. 1/6. There's that TH. So we got to practice saying it. 1/6. Say it for me. 1/6. Good job. Awesome job. All right, now let's go ahead and go to 8s. Let's go ahead and go to 8s. Do you hear Miss Precise saying that? 8s. There's some of that phonics and dictation in there. 8s. Working on our squares. All right, I need 8s. I'm going to work on my unit fraction, 8s. 8s is going to be on the bottom because I need 8 total parts. 8 total parts. I'm going to give you a hint. I got to get half of 8 first. What plus what can give me 8? 4, you're right. Remember how we get our fourths? I'm going to draw me a window. But now I need to cut those in half. I'm going to take those and cut those in half. So I'm going to draw a line here. And I'm going to draw a line here. So remember, there's bringing over our multiplication again. I've got 2 rows of 4, which 4 plus 4 makes what? 8. Very good. 4 plus 4 makes 8. Let's always check, since we're in the beginning, if we have 8 equal parts. Not just 8 parts total, 8 equal total parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. So yes, we have 8 total parts. Remember, what is that number called? I'm going to give you 3 seconds. Starts with an N. Numerator. Say numerator. Numerator. Very good. Now I need to shade 1. So this picture matches 1/8. Matches 1/8. Okay? All right, now let's go to the next shape I want us to work on. The next shapes, we're still going to be working on the unit fraction, but the next ones we're going to work on are circles. Boys and girls, and when you come back to school, when we work on these fractions, we get to work on it with pizza. Raise your hand if you like pizza. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So let's work on circles. Let's work on circles, okay? So, drawing your circle. All right, we want to make sure that we can partition a circle. What does partition mean? Cut it up. Very good. We want to partition. Remember the main fractions we work on in 3rd grade. Halves, fourths, sixths, and eighths. Thirds will be in there for identifying, but only for identifying purposes, okay? So let's go ahead and work on a half. There's my unit fraction. Why is that called a unit fraction? I'm going to give you a hint. That's right, there's a 1 on top. There's a 1 in the numerator. That's called a unit fraction. When we cut it in half, show me, boys and girls, what gives me a half? I'm going to cut it where? Down the middle. That's right, down the middle. So I'm going to cut it in half. I got to have 2 equal parts. You could cut it in half that way, but I bet most of you thought you could also have a circle and cut it in half that way. When you are partitioning, you can partition it horizontally or vertically. That works for halves, okay? My top number tells me I need to shade. So how many pieces do I need to shade? 1. You're right. Doesn't matter which one I shade, as long as I shade one side. Excellent job. All right, let's go ahead and work on the next one. Gotta give props to my videoing guys. Parker's video for me. He's doing a great job. All right, so let's go ahead and do another circle. Now, here comes a very important one. I want to make sure that if you've been sleeping or zoning out, focus on Miss Precise. Tune in real quick, okay? Give me all your brain. Now, let's look at the unit fraction thirds. Look at that unit fraction thirds. This one is very special. There's only one way to give me thirds in a circle. No other way, okay? I need you to pull back out your kindergarten brain. There is a specific letter in the alphabet that will give me thirds. The letter Y. The letter what? Y. You're going to draw a Y inside of this circle and it will always give you a third. Remember when you draw a capital Y? That is the only way to partition a circle into thirds. You could do it standing up. You could also do it upside down as long as it gives you 3 equal parts. That's the only way to get thirds, okay? The only way to get thirds. Still need to show my numerator, which is 1. Shade 1. Okay, that's the only way to get thirds in a circle. Remember that because that's going to help you get sixths as well, okay? All right, now let's go ahead and work on fourths. Fourths shouldn't take as long because by now you should probably know, oh, fourths is special. Fourths, I always have to make a what? A plus sign. Very good. I only have to make a plus sign to give me fourths. That works in both a square and a circle. In both a square and a circle. Let's use that unit fraction 1/4. That unit fraction 1/4. Remember, it's called a unit fraction because there's a 1 in the numerator spot. Let's see. Do I have 4 equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I have 4 equal parts. Now I'm going to shade 1. Let's see, boys and girls. Does this picture match that fraction? Do I have 4 parts? Yes. Do I have 1 shaded? Yes. So 1/4 matches my picture. Awesome job. You're going to be doing that today in your independent work, so make sure you're paying attention, okay? All right, the next one I want us to work on is 6. Okay, that unit fraction 6. What would my unit fraction be if I'm in 6, boys and girls? Yes, I'd have a 1 on top and a 6 on the bottom. I would read that 1/6 or 1 out of 6. Make sure you're saying that TH. We may have to pull Miss Napper in here so she can help us with that. 1/6. Still working on our circle. All right, boys and girls, what was half of 6 when we did squares? What gave me half of 6? 3. That's right. Do y'all remember how we get thirds in a circle? It's very special. We use the letter Y. We use the letter Y. So let's go ahead and do a capital Y. But now to get 6, I'm going to go to each of these pieces. Start from the middle and cut it in half. So I'm going to cut this piece in half. I'm going to cut this piece in half. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to cut this piece in half. In order for me to get 6, I have to start with thirds and cut those in half. Let's see, boys and girls, does it give me 6 pieces? 1, 2, 3,